Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Castlevania Lords of Shadow. So we had an unfortunate position we were in last recording, and we were right in front of the fight. We're right in the middle of the fight actually with the Forgotten One. So we're going to continue that and see how much longer of this game there really is. Probably a little bit longer because that he just killed me. Alright, so we hurt his leg. I don't have a purple gem and I could really use one. So I want to keep a good eye on my health too. He's not really doing any much damage to me. So he does like a blinding attack that I have to dodge. Oh, I see. So I need to avoid damage and see if I can get more energy away from him. Perform a synchronized block against the flare to return it towards the Forgotten One. How does that work? Apparently you just hold the left trigger and then we do this. That's something we've never done before in the game at all. Like at the end of a DLC part, and they're trying to introduce new techniques yet again. Tap that X button like crazy because I know they want me to if it's anything like the rest of this level. Now there's another piece of his armor missing, I assume. I assume it's his armor. So this is kind of like a Titan fight in that he has some areas where he is definitely more vulnerable, but not like a Titan fight in the worst parts where you have to actually climb and hold on and do all of that stuff. So I still have the angel wings, despite now having drunken vampire blood and in several other ways being cursed, it seems. Alright. Synchronized block. I was not expecting that. What was I supposed to do there? He's changing up his attack and the game is not telling me what to do. When his health goes like this, I know there's something I'm supposed to do. I'm just not sure what. Use the rock against the Forgotten One. Okay, now that I dodged it. How do I use it? In what ways? I have to get close enough to it. these are great cutscene actions, but making me do it in the game when I've never done anything anywhere close, it's just this incredibly wrong place, wrong time sentimentality all the time. Is he really gonna escape? Well, I guess the barrier has to go down because Belmont here gets out. Eventually the barrier has to go down.
I underestimated you. You are a worthy rival. However, you must know that you will not prevail here.
I grow tired of your idle boasts.
Trust me, they will be the last thing you will ever hear.
So quick time event here to steal his energy, I'm sure. Man, that's slow moving magical energy.
It would be easier to end yourself now, warrior, by your own hand. You will suffer. That I can promise.
Why is he hiding behind the
You will
rock?
never find peace. In light, no darkness.
Man, some of these cutscenes seem to just move us around for no reason. Hiding behind the rock for no reason. Seems like we were doing fine. And the last level now.
Despite his boasts, our last confrontation had proven to me that the demon could be hurt. I would need to be patient and bide my time in order to take the opportunity that I knew would eventually come. I could wait a lifetime for that moment, but I didn't care anymore. I was past that now. Time was my friend, and an eternity of blood, my destiny. I would make this monster pay. He will know fear. He will taste the bitterness of defeat and look into the eyes of the dragon as his life force spilled onto the ground before him. Look upon me, demon, for I am darker and more terrible than thee. I am that dragon, and you are my prey.
So is this just going to be a really difficult fight, or is it going to be a platforming level? I think it's probably going to be a platforming level. I somewhat expect that I'm going to actually turn into a dragon and play as a dragon. Well, this is going to be fun. So again, he has his magic, and because of that, let's see, skip the scene. So this is going to be a long jump thing. And I'm just trying to stay behind him, I guess. Just waiting until... Oh, really? And I gotta do all that again. I can tell you, one example right here. This is why this is DLC. This almost certainly was cut out of the main game for being too difficult. Come on, game. This is no fun. Well, I can tell you this is the last recording I'm gonna do. So if I end up rage quitting this last level, I won't feel too bad about it. I did 99.9% of the game on easy. Did not enjoy most of it. I've been able to really hold back my dislike of this game simply because no. This ridiculous hide and go seek thing. Because it hasn't been just super offensively bad, it's just been just mediocre as far as the story and such. Just trying to move out of the way. This is just dumb. Nobody's gonna do this sequence perfectly on the first try. Absolutely no one. What do I do now? I'm holding on for dear life. And I just don't know what this world is. Now I've got to do this all over again because I missed a single quick time event. I guess the good news is I know where he's gonna look now, so I can probably figure out and not get caught on that again. It's probably gonna be a third one. Now it saves. There's a whole section over here that, oh man, that one was my own fault. I was trying to grab that scroll from him. What am I trying to do here? Why do I grab the scroll? Let's read what it is. Well, that doesn't seem like anything. And then get over here. And let's just ignore all those guys, because I have no interest in fighting any of them. And walk this way. Why would I want to fight any of those guys? It's just going to be another fight here. It's not going to get me any collectibles. I don't think there's any fingers of Frankenstein in this dimension. That's the problem with this game, is it doesn't really score you or in any way benefit you to fight the enemies, nor does it really block you off from fighting enemies. It's like Super Mario Bros. World, where you can run around and jump on as many Goombas as you want, but it's not really the main goal. Tap B like crazy here. My gauntlet claws through his armor. I could have used some more energy. Definitely. His life is at half right now already. I suppose I could. Try to use as much of these things as possible. Wouldn't it be funny if a fairy actually distracted him or did something? Nope. Since this is the final battle, certainly, might as well just go all out here. Throw everything I got on. Take a ferry. Almost out of health, or halfway out of health. He's slowly going down, unless I stun him or something, I'm gonna lose in this fight. But maybe I'll get lucky when it resets me in the fight and it gives me full energy. And I'm just taking these hits. Now, what's he gonna do? What's the trick gonna be? Is this a punch it back on him? That's what I thought it was. Now, quick. No, I missed it. Now we've got a problem further because there's these lava things everywhere. And I'm just barely a sliver of life. Start from checkpoint. And I didn't get any more energy there, so that's no good. Let's do our very best to avoid taking damage if we can. Hard here. I'm still reserving the right to rage quit. I played the main game all the way through. There we go. We're in a much better position than where we were before. Alright, it is the charged ones we have to hit. Darn it. Nope. Stupid controls. This is gonna be awful. And now run over here and do this. Tap that A button like crazy. Please tell me this is the end of the fight. Well, at the very least it would be a checkpoint, I would hope. Yeah, I guess it is a checkpoint. So we made progress. Gotta get up there. There's shoulder. That's a little too high. Definitely is taking a double jump to get up there high. If only I had some more help. I just don't think I'm gonna do enough damage here. Restart from the checkpoint again. Now I have a full bar of health, and with that I can have a much better chance of winning it. He's doing different attacks, which seems to imply that there is a certain number of attacks he's programmed not to do if your health is low. Maybe that's true, maybe it just likes to keep things a little random. That certainly. Gotta get up there. I don't think I'm doing damage unless I get up in the air and do those air attacks. I don't think hitting him in the legs does enough. Or anything. Maybe I should jump and do some Y attacks instead. I think I prefer the X. I've gotten used to pressing X over and over again. Games like this, I probably wear out my controller a lot. Just the constant tap X as much as possible. Alright, what's he gonna do now? Hopefully it's not punch rocks again, because that would be annoying. Oh. Target and fire. So did I just destroy one of his 3 swords? Or did I miss? And that was a very... Once again, it's just like a completely different new interface to the game that we've never even seen before. Right in his face, and then come over here and trigger? No. Oh, darn it. You throw the middle one in his face, and then you have to throw the other 2. And I wonder if it's a combination thing. Do I have enough life to pull this off? Maybe. If I get really lucky. Maybe not. Again, just like no way to win except for doing these quick time events too. So that's an important factor to remember here, is grab one of the stone spears and throw it towards the forgotten one. Thank you for telling me what I had already figured out. But now the trick is to throw the others. So you have to get like 3 strikes on this thing. And then come over here and trigger this cutscene. Tap B like crazy. Please tell me this is the victory. Well, his head's exposed now. At the very least, that's another safe checkpoint. So even if I die here, I've made progress. Again. but it really has been a struggle. And is this like phase 5 or 6 in a boss fight? It's a little too much. Particularly when you consider there was only maybe 3 phases when we fought Satan. This guy is stronger than Satan. And that was the entire problem. Now I've got a full health bar. There's really no reason why I shouldn't be able to pull this off. Unless they give me a crazy quick time event that's really difficult. All I should have to do is bring them down this health and activate whatever final quick time event they want me to activate. Well, he's certainly doing a number on me right there. My fingers are starting to get tired from all of this button mashing. Come on, we've almost got him down. Whenever a boss does the air attack, I wonder if you could... I always think maybe you could just jump over the edge and make him jump all the way down. In a few games I've actually accomplished that. It typically doesn't kill them. I guess this is a good example of why I shouldn't play Dark Souls 2. If I'm playing this on easy and still frustrated and feel like it's taking too long. He's almost there. I have a hard time believing I won't pull this off. Although I do have only a quarter of my own life left. There we go. And just jump immediately to this cheaply animated 2D motion comics.
You have no comprehension of what you're up against. The seal is open. I'll enter your world now. It will be reduced to ashes. And I shall inflict 10 times the pain and suffering that were inflicted upon me when I was imprisoned by your Brotherhood. I'll let you live, so you can witness your complete and utter failure. Freedom at last.
Well, geez, that would have been a really great cutscene if they had bothered to spend any money on it. As it is, it's awful. It's just like horrible. So, I got a ridiculous amount of experience from that. So, that was the Underworld, and we've done now everything. It might actually be kind of fun to just run through the very first level and see with all my different abilities. We'll see. I'll think about it as we go through the final artwork stuff that unlocks. Let's see. Castle Hall. This. So that last DLC, because I assume the first chapter was one DLC and the other chapter was another DLC, was just even worse than the main game. Way worse. The characterization of Belmont too, it's like this whole game needed to be built around explaining and making Belmont a character you could relate to and understand how he went from a member of the Brotherhood to becoming Dracula, and it just doesn't make any sense at all. And the DLC elements there have left out really any room for a story that continues after the main game, but before he turns into a vampire. He is clearly a vampire by the end, and more than probably just a vampire. You have to pay 100 experience to get these people. Yeah. This must have been just a weird thing, I guess. That it's not from Japan, which I think Castlevania is from Konami Japan, so they must have just said, well, we're not going to do anything with it. Here, you team in the West, make a Konami game. Make a Castlevania game. And then they made the most un-Castlevania game ever. I mean, this doesn't feel like Castlevania, and this is from a person who doesn't know what Castlevania feels like. Because this doesn't feel like a good game, and I know there's too many people out there that actually like Castlevania and talk about it for it to be anywhere as bad as this game. No, it's not good. And I get the whole idea that in the main game, in the original Castlevania, you use a whip, but the chain attack here did not work well. The platforming did not work well. The story was awful. The dialogue was awful for what little there was. The animation was alright, I suppose, but it was zoomed out ridiculously. Why would you make a player spend nearly 8,000 experience to unlock that artwork? That makes no sense. And let's see. Let's go ahead and turn on all these cheats, and then cheats will deactivate save game and achievements. Fine. Let's go here. Go to the very first level.
A storm is coming. Mankind faces ruin and despair.
As soon as this is done loading, I'll
changing.
skip into it. Just see what it would feel like
The struggle
to play
for
the game. We'll skip the cutscene. So this is the very first level we have. We're killing these things in like 3 seconds. I've got this little animation at the top on the lower right there. All my upgrades are at the maximum. My health is at maximum. Let's see. I suppose at this point I could use a demon gem. Let's go ahead and skip this cutscene. And then it puts you right here. Let's take this guy out. So all combo means it will pretty much immediately go to a full combo. Now it still has a little bit of a build up there. This guy is almost completely done, but still not really done as fast as I would have thought. And since it disables save, and I would assume that that also means why did that not work? What am I doing wrong? I guess you have to be careful when you pull it out. Here. Let's see what happens here. There's only one demon in this whole thing. See, that could have been its whole a whole system on itself, where we would have collected more demons and they would have gotten more powerful. A good comparison would be like Bayonetta, where you had demonic hair that was like, and I cannot beat this guy. I don't know what the deal is. Why it took 3 tries to do that. I don't know. So you still don't really feel like you have the most amount of being overpowered there. Ultimate light, ultimate shadow are the only things. You finished this level defeating with 3 surviving things. That finishes the trial. Right. So let's see. Of course, I don't think that actually finishes the trial. Trial complete. So if you wanted to get those achievements, you can certainly turn on the cheats and do it that way, and you could probably also play on the most difficult things. So getting some of the achievements might not be that difficult, but I would highly recommend against it because it's not worth the try. I'm gonna wrap up here and exit the game because I want to show the book closing animation because it's kind of cool. The whole book idea here for a menu is fine, but it should be tilted a little bit forward more so it takes up more of the screen and it's not in any angle and hard to read. But because of the book idea and because of the Patrick Stewart melodramatic theatrically trained voice acting, that severely hurt the story, but the story itself was pretty bad. So I mean, there's a lot of blame that can go around in this game. It's just not a good game at all. It didn't crash. It didn't make me vomit. I can say those 2 things, but I don't have a tendency to vomit at games anyways, but when I'm trying to look for good things to say, that's about all I can think of. It's such a mess of a game. There could have been a good game here too. There's nothing wrong with the individual concept. Running around fighting vampires and werewolves and zombies and all kinds of other creatures. There's nothing wrong with that concept. That's a great adventure concept. You just have to put the effort in and make a good game around it and put a good story in it around it, at least a decent story. Anywho, that's it for this series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out, tells YouTube that my videos are worth watching. If you want to support me even further, you can click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that and make a donation. Also on my main YouTube page is a playlist tab that you can click and see a playlist of every game I've ever covered. I'm sure you'll find something that interests you there. I've covered a lot of them. And then finally, down below in the description box, I have links to all my social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, and Battle.net. So please friend and follow me on all of those services. That helps me with those services, and it lets you know when my newest videos are available. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.